again here with our September sheets. I can't believe I'm saying that already, but I have had a incredibly busy several months here getting some art made for some shows and so on. So it's been kind of fun to go work on something totally different here and get these ready for you. And so for the days in September, I have taken Scrabble tiles of a Scrabble game and arranged them for the days of the week and taken photos of them and fixed them up on a sheet for you. And I thought that would be kind of fun. I kind of was thinking about back to school themes, cooler days, some of that inspiration for me. So for the dates, I used a collage background that I had done in my sketchbook. I think that will probably be a separate video at some point, but I just had fun doing these and I kind of like how they turned out, so I thought I'd share them with you. Just put the dates for September on top of them. And then for the month, I did a couple versions. I had a request for like a full size. If somebody has a big like happy planner or one of the full size month things, this is an option for that. I made the dates kind of a soft color so you could actually write on top of them if you wanted to write something in. And those are set on top of another sketchbook spread that I did. When I was playing with paint markers. This one, but I shifted the colors to be a little more fall themed. So these were very pastel, and I just on Procreate changed the colors up a bit, and so that's the color scheme that I have. I thought it felt a little bit more September-ish. And then I also have the alphabet in the Scrabble tiles, so I thought those could be fun to use as well. I have a little set of teapots that I thought could be fun, and then I have these little placemats that I thought could be fun to layer the stickers on. They have a lot of opportunities. I want these collage things to be able to use in conjunction, and so I'm trying to be more aware of the layering possibilities with these. So that's why you have the little mats here to go with it that you can layer the teapots on top of. And that's true whether you print them on sticker paper or just plain paper and use a glue stick to stick them down. And then I thought of stationery supplies, and also like those of us that do the planners start thinking about this time of year what planners, and we went in 2026. I've actually had to go ahead and I printed out a planner just so I could get things 2026 dates written down, and I'm not totally decided yet. I'm leaning a little bit to a traveler's notebook this year. It's been a little bit since I used one of those. I've been in the Hobonichi weeks for several years now, and I don't know, I haven't totally decided yet, but that was kind of what's on my mind and inspired some of these different planner options. I also put like just some composition books, like maybe more school related. So stationery, school, backpacks on here. Just things that I think of as I look around and think about stationery supplies. And then these I thought would be fun. I hadn't done any like little monstery things for a while, so I did a sheet of those that were like this one. It could go on the corner of a page, or maybe peeking down at the top of a page. So that's why they have their separate little hands like they are, so that you could make them holding a note paper or, you know, different things. I'll try to pop on and after I'm done with this, looking at the sheets and use them a little bit, and you can see how I had in mind to use them. That's what these are, some fun little characters. And then I did some, so I had done this artwork in my sketchbook, but I did some digital art too this time, and it's just kind of a different look for me. So I think these next few pages were just totally done digitally. And so I did these little animals with like reading books and writing and different things, kind of office-y inspired things. So those are those little guys. I did this also, a digital sketching of awards. I started thinking about best day ever. I was thinking about school activities starting and sporting events and Scholar Bowl and all the things associated with that. But then I thought, well, you know, whether you're connected with any school kids or not, you know, just thinking about this was a banner day. That's kind of was the theme of this. And so I have all these banners on here. I have like awards for a job well done, or like, you know, if you tackled your to-do list that day, that give yourself an award in your planner or journal for the day. So that was kind of the thinking behind these. And then I have all these little, I called the sheet, I think, library, because they're all like kind of reading themed. There is some kind of school themed ones too, but these actually, their clothing is actually based on those collage sheets that match the dates. So like these were actually using bits of this collage paper to create. Again, they're done digitally, and so that was fun sheet to make. I have tinies. I have the little page pals, I think I call them, the stationery supplies, and then the dates and days, all in that. And then here's just some of that collage sheets formatted to make it easy for you to use. I put some in strips. I kind of like to put strips on my pages sometimes. And so that's the sheets I have for you for September. I hope you enjoy them. I didn't count them. I think there's maybe 11 or 12 of them. Pretty standard number. And all my paid tiers receive these. So if you're interested, hop over to my Patreon. I'll have a link in the description below, and I'd love to have you there. If not, I hope you enjoyed watching anyway. And I'm going to jump into using some of these for a bit now. As I mentioned, I had printed out the 2026 calendar to fit in my traveler's notebook, and I also have this blank insert as well, and I just thought maybe I'd like to put a cover on them, make them a little more personalized. And in the case of the calendar, the cover's a little bit flimsy, so that would make it more sturdy as well. And I think I want to use my those collage sheets, and all of these are printed on glossy sticker paper. Sorry about the glare off of these. I'm not a fan of glossy, but it's what I had on hand, and I'm trying to use what I have. So I did print these, though. It is glossy sticker sheet. It looks like photo paper, but they are actually sticker sheets, which makes it super easy to use these. I'm just kind of piecing things together here. One of the strips I cut into a scallop shape. Have just a tiny little bit that wasn't covered there, so I'm putting it up at the top to fill in. Then I can trim off the edges, and I pretty well have that cover done, just slick as could be. I want to add the year on here, so I'm getting my Dymo label printer, and making the year 2026 to add on. And then I'm going to also use one of my dates, since it's 2026, and that is one of the numbers on my date sheets. It's like I don't have to be restricted to just using that as a day. Works fine as a year as well for 2026. So I think I'm going to call that good on this cover. And I'm looking at my scrap now and thinking, oh, that might be nice I like this craft cover. I don't know how much I want to cover it up, but this little leftover bit was perfect on there. I decided to make a label for this notebook to distinguish it as a notebook for notes. And so each little insert will have its different purpose. I've got the planner one that has the 2026 on it. This one will be a little book just for taking notes and all the extra little things I need to, maybe daily plans or whatever. Now I'm pulling out my work planner, which is in a Hobonichi cousin, and it's one that's got the whole year in one book. And this has served me very well. I use all the sections of it, the monthly view, the weekly view, and the daily pages. I don't use them strictly for the exact day, but I use them to make notes, or like if I'm researching something or making plans for something. And I do make very good use of this, and I do think this is a book that I will probably repeat again next year. But each month has like a blank sheet before the days start, and I like to use that as a page to record goals for the month in there. So I'm using a September overview of the month in there, and then also putting the word goals at the top of the page. And that is just to be a place I really am a goal setter. I don't always achieve them all, but it helps me get a little closer if I set them. And these in particular are some of my business goals for the month. This planner is primarily my work planner, and I have a separate one that I do, more personal things in. I use the weekly pages to do like my lists of what needs to be done each day, and this is my upcoming week here, so I decided to just go ahead and decorate it. I kind of like to decorate a month at a time, because then I can make them all kind of coordinate with each other, makes it real clear. So I'm going to use the same theme throughout the weeks for the month of September. Now I'm flipping to the 1st of September on the daily pages. The first couple days in a month, I kind of record what I included for Patreon. So I'm just putting a couple of examples here. You're going to get a little sneak peek here, the postcard and stickers that are going to be going out to my next level, my sticker club tier and above patrons. Now I'm pulling out my personal, or kind of what I use as a commonplace. I take notes in it, personal writing, thoughts, ideas, all kinds of different things in there. So on that blank page for September where I record goals, I'm just kind of pre-decorating that a little bit that I'll write in later. I'm on the weekly pages of my personal or commonplace book. The weekly columns I use as kind of my memory keeping, my highlights of the week, journaling area, and so I'm just kind of pre-decorating those a little bit for the month with some more of these bits and pieces from the collage sheets.